there guys, what's up? Welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel. It takes a second of your time, but it means so much to me. And if you are a returning subscriber or viewer, what's up? Nice seeing you again. We're back with another so I know it's probably weird, like, why am I filming from home, especially because I'm talking about the salon. It's just that I've been meaning to film a video, not this particular video, but I've been meaning to film a whole nother video. It's just that when I get to the salon, I'm greeted by every little thing I have to do, and I just feel like I just don't have enough hours in the day, and I just like rush into just starting and doing what it is I have to do. So I just figured that today I'm going to film before I actually leave the house, just so that I can have content up here on my channel and just, you know, check on you guys and, you know, see what's happening over here on YouTube or whatever. So today we're talking about the journey towards opening my very first salon. Now, I really didn't think I was going to post a video like this, just because I really didn't want to come out as like a show off or anything like that. It's just when I uploaded the video announcing the opening of my salon, if you guys check the comments, there was a lot of "that's so inspiring." I got a lot of questions on how did you do it, and when I got it from like the first person or the first like two people, I'll just like tell them, but it was such a process. And then I've learned with YouTube that when one or two people asks you a question, best believe there are a lot of people that want to know the answer to that. They're just not, you know, for some reason willing to ask. And that question like popped up more and more and more, and when I post on my story, somebody else is going to ask like, oh, how did you do it? So I just figured I have this platform and I will take advantage of it. Not only that, I feel like I started this YouTube channel just to like have like a personal diary, because I'm really an open book, to be very honest with you. I have little to nothing to hide, so I really just love this platform because I get to come here and share what's going on in my life, and I like it's for your entertainment, just also but just to interact. So I mean, why not share what I had to do in order to open my first salon. So a little bit of a backstory: I've always been passionate about hair. I never in a million years thought I would ever do anything in the line of hair, like as a career, but I mean, life happens. But the fact is, growing up, I always had that interest. Like I always cared for hair. I have 4 sisters that are into this whole makeup, hair, nails, beads, and, you know, just extended family members as well. So I always like was about that life, about the hair life, about that. And so when I got into my last year of high school, my older sisters, was it the last year of high school? Anyway, at some point in my life, but it should have been the last year of high school, my older sister started doing makeup. 2 of them started doing makeup, and the oldest one was styling hair, like for brides or everything like that. And they gave me an opportunity when I was done with school. They were like, okay, we're going to like involve you in it. You're going to be actually braiding hair. And I did that for the first 6 months after I was done with high school, but then I had to stop because I started going to uni, and I just realized that, you know, like uni is a whole nother, like, you know, ball game. It needed my full attention, and so I stopped involving myself in, you know, the hair stuff with my sisters. And then it wasn't until like my second semester of school that, you know, I was really going through a tough time financially, like most other people, you know, especially when you're in uni. Like, it's hard, and I was constantly, you know, broke, and it was just something that used to hurt me. And then I was just like, you know what, my boyfriend used to like push me like, you should start doing makeup or whatever. And shout out to all you makeup artists, because it's not an easy industry that you're going to dive into. It actually does cost you a little bit of money, just because when you're buying products, you have to account for different sort of shades of skin, people's preferences, and women are really particular with their face, so you really at some point have to, you know, invest into good products, which eventually cost money. So instead of going into the makeup world, I went into the hair because it cost me a lot less. to do hair. And I was just, at the time when I was telling myself, I was just like, you know, if I get at least one person in a week to come and make a wig, that's going to make so much of a difference as compared to the situation that I'm in now. And so I remember it was in August. Yeah, it was in August because we're on like we had closed school for that semester. It was the end of the semester, and I just posted a bunch of pictures of my sisters, and I was like, because you know, girls are attracted to other pretty girls, and when they see like, oh my god, because my sisters are really beautiful and they change their hair a lot, so I just like put like a whole bunch of pictures of them, and I said I made those wigs, even if I didn't, but I just said I made those wigs. Usually they made their wigs themselves, but I just said I made them. So I posted that, and then I remember it was from Twitter that I got my very first customer. Yeah, it wasn't Twitter. Now that, and just side note, you guys, please do not sleep on the power of social media. Do not sleep on the power of, please retweet, my next customer could be on your timeline. It looks like nothing, but it actually in the long run makes such a difference. Sharing somebody's post makes a difference. Don't sleep on these things and be like, I'm not gonna go on social media. Or if you see a post and somebody asking and you're in a position to retweet, you lose nothing by doing it, because it actually has the potential to grow somebody's business. So I remember on Twitter, I got my first customer and I was so excited. She came to my house, she dropped off her hair, and I was so happy. And like, I took pictures of the entire process, like how it was before. I took pictures of when I washed it. I took pictures of when I actually made it and had it straightened out, and I put like a collage of like the whole process, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. And she really loved her hair, because I was really happy to do it, because like, she's my first customer and I want her to come back. So she was really happy with her hair, and I used those pictures, and I continued to post and share them in different like groups on my platforms. And you know, before I knew it, people were really sharing, and I started to get a lot more customers than I thought I would. So once I realized that customers were starting to come, I was like, okay, you guys, I might, you know, I could be doing something with this. So I decided to create the page on Instagram and on Facebook called Wigs by Emma, which you should follow. Okay? Yeah, I created the page Wigs by Emma, which you know, got me my first job, because my employer at the time had found my page and she was looking for somebody to work in her hair store. So from September to the end of to the end of February, I was working in that hair store. I do want to say that I loved my job. My boss was really nice to me. She really didn't feel like my boss. Of course, I expected her. We had that, you know, employer and employee sort of level of respect, but she was so gracious to me, and she taught me so much in the short amount of time that I worked there. And honestly, sometimes when I look back, I'm kind of like, I kind of miss it, just because I miss like the energy that she would give me. And she was very encouraging, and I feel like I thank God that I met her, because I needed sort of that type of a role model. You know what I mean? Like, working for her was honestly great, and I love the people that I worked with. So I actually really did enjoy my job. You know, I really liked it, and I missed it, and I'm still in touch with them, of course. But like, yeah, and it wasn't long after I started my job in the hair store that I realized that, first of all, I'm very bad at taking direction. Not that I'm stubborn, it's just that I don't like being told what to do. You know what? Call me stubborn. And I just realized, I was like, whoa, like, is this the way it's going to be for the rest of my life? Like, am I going to be told what to do, what time I have to report for work, what time I can leave? I have to be confined into like these 4 walls until like 5 or 6, or sometimes even 7 p.m. depending on the shift that I was working. And I realized shortly afterward, because that was my very first job, so I realized after working there for a short amount of time that I really don't think working for somebody was going to work for me. And because I was working in a hair store, I was also increasing my knowledge in hair, what good hair looked like, what bad hair looked like, what okay hair looked like. And so I think it was maybe like 2 months into it, probably in January, I just said, you know, I think I'm gonna open a salon. And I have this thing about myself where when I tell my mind something, it just has to happen. Like, I don't know what it is, but when I tell myself I'm going to do something, I go out of my way to do it. And so when I was working, like from the very first salary that I got, everything was going into my savings account. I was not using a single bit of my salary money. And it was hard because, you know, you're working and you think, okay, finally I can get to do this and I can get to do that, and I have some freedom as compared to the position that I was like a little over 6 months ago. I'm in a much better place. But I was just like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save my entire salary, the money that I would still make wigs for my own customers, but it was hard just because I was working 9 to 5, and I had class because I am still a student, and I wasn't even advertising as much because I didn't want too many people to come because I couldn't handle the pressure. And so it was really difficult, but I just told myself, like, you know what, this has to happen. And you know, people telling me, no, look, just save up, work a little bit longer, and you'd save more money and you'll be in a better financial position when you are opening the salon. And I really had to be stubborn about it, and I chose not to, just because I feel like if you're good, I believe in myself. That's just it. I believe in myself. I believe that I can do great things. I believe we are given the same amount of hours in the day as Oprah, as Bill Gates, as Steve Jobs, as all these greats that we look up to. So who are we not to do our best to be where they are? And it's not even a thing of pride. It's just, I've always grown up, especially from my dad, because he's always been reading books and listening to seminars. Like when I was going to school, we would listen to like seminars about financial knowledge, or just really just how to believe in yourself. So I've grown up with that because I was paying attention to that. And I was just like, you know what, I'm going to go all in. You know, with the money that I had saved up into my savings account, it was barely enough to open a salon. I'm not gonna lie. I had to push myself in the last month, like so much. Like I pushed myself so much. Just like every single penny went into the buying something for the salon. And I barely took care of myself. I never bought myself anything new the entire time. I said the entire time that I was working for a total of 5 months. I only bought myself 2 pairs of shoes. 2 pairs of shoes. And that was like towards the end, because I was like, hey guys, I am working too hard and I'm not buying myself anything. But like the entire time, everything, I was saving up. I was doing my best to like make sure I got into my salon quicker. And ultimately, at the end of the day, to answer the question of how I opened the salon, it takes sacrifice, it takes hard work, it takes patience, and it takes endurance. Things that I never thought I had, but I just had to have in order for me to get to where I wanted to be. The whole essence of this video is just to encourage somebody, and if it's just like one person that's going to reach the end of this video and, you know, be motivated to follow their dream, no matter how big that dream is or how small that dream is, you start from where you are. You start from somewhere. Nobody woke up the next day unless you slipped up on some inheritance money or won the lottery. But just to be real, it doesn't happen for everybody like that. And that's really, I think, for me, where my mind is at. I'm going to start with where I am, and I'm going to get to where I want to go every single day. You know, like the whole concept of success to me is not one big thing. Success is small wins every day that ultimately lead to something. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to put in the extra hours. I barely slept. I would function on 4 hours of sleep just because I had to make wigs after class, and I got off class at like 8, and I have to come home, cook, shower, and, you know, either make wigs or study or do something. And I was functioning to like in like 4 to 5 hours of sleep, which is like barely enough. But sometimes sacrifices have to be made, and the work has to be put in, and it all starts with you. You need to learn how to have an undying belief in yourself, that even if There's so many people in your ears telling you that you can't do something. You know, a vision was given to you by God. The reason why people are saying you can't do this or you can't do that is because that vision was given to you and not them. It's your responsibility to see it out until it comes out to light. So I would really encourage you guys to, first of all, to put God first, and also just work hard. Do what you can. You know, I'm not here trying to like tell you guys like, oh my God, I'm in the best position. No, I'm working hard every single day, and I'm not letting the excuse of I'm a student, I'm still young, I'm still staying in my parents' house. That doesn't matter. For me, what matters is putting in the work. You know what I mean? Putting in that grind every day. Make sacrifices every day until you get to where you want to be, and it's going to hurt in the moment, but it's going to be worth it in the end. So I pray for you guys, in as much as I pray for myself. I pray that the next generation does great things and big things with our lives, and I encourage you guys, just follow your dreams. You know, find what you love and stick to it at the end of the day. And yeah, I think I've talked way too much. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video here. And before I forget, do you guys see how close I am to hitting 1K? Like, I would really appreciate it a lot if you guys just subscribe to my channel, share it with a friend, you know, whatever. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video to the end, and until my next video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment for me and let me know what you guys would like to see again on this channel. Until my next video, bye.